Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. My name is John Eaton, and today I will be talking to you guys about human resource development, otherwise known as HR. So, what exactly is HR? Well, who better than to ask than the most famous HR representative of all time, Toby Flenderson from the hit American TV show The Office. I know he looks sad. We'll get there. Trust me, there's a reason. So, what exactly is HR? According to a journal entry titled HRM and its effect on employee, organizational, and financial outcomes within healthcare organizations, which was found on biomedcentral.com and written by Brenda Viermerin, Bram Stein, Lars Tumers, and three others, one of the main goals of human resource management is to increase the performance of its organizations. With that being said, an HR representative's job is to make sure that everything within the organization is running smoothly, everybody is getting along, and everybody is getting paid. HR representative has three major roles and responsibilities. One of those roles would be to run the payroll, make sure everybody gets paid on time. One would be to write job descriptions, and one would be to implement and enforce work policies within the workplace. Policies, i.e., rules, i.e., no loud music after 7 p.m. because that's for all of the overnight people getting their work done. They need concentration. So, there are some skills that you need. There aren't a lot, but there are some necessary skills that you would need in order to thrive and be successful within this industry. So, some of those skills include good organization, time management, communication, confidentiality, adaptability, problem solving, and leadership. If you can't keep a secret, this job is not for you because an HR representative's job is dealing with humans, human resources. So if someone tells you something personal, they expect you to keep that secret. That's exactly why before you sign up at most jobs, you don't need a degree, you don't need a certification to get a job like this, but it depends on the job, and most jobs make you sign a confidentiality agreement so that if someone were to tell you something personal and you were to blab it out somewhere else and someone somehow word of that were to get around the town, you would get in trouble for that. You have to be able to keep a secret, keep it on the low. You also have to be able to adapt well to any situation, any job with other people. You are going to be working in all types of places with all types of people. You have to be able to adapt well and be able to make sure everybody gets along, you included. According to a journal entry titled Six in Demand Skills for HR Professionals on northeastern.edu, written by Kristen Burnham, developing these skills can happen through a combination of work experience, observation, and formal education as well. You can also easily just watch some YouTube videos or read books about the subject matter as well, and that should do the same thing basically. But if you really want to learn how to do it, you're going to have to become an intern or work hands on at a job actually doing things like at the time in order to learn how to do it right. And again, like I said before, you don't need a degree per se, but you might need to have some type of certification. It's not mandatory at every job. Every place is different, and I understand that. One job might have you take a 2 week course online, one job might have you take a 2 month course online, and one job might just have you watch a 2 minute video and you have the job. You don't know. It depends on the type of job and business organization. So, there are a number of positions that HR representatives can have, and they are usually split up and divided into generalist and specialist positions. A generalist position is able to answer any type of question for anyone. They're able to work head on with their employees and their friends and coworkers. But specialists, on the other hand, are only good in one aspect, and they're only good for one thing. For example, a specialist would be in safety management. You can't ask a safety manager something that you need to ask an HR analyst. And although they might be close to the same level, so a low entry level job would be a staffing coordinator, HR associate, a mid level job would be a personal manager or HR analyst. A senior level, which is the highest, would be an HR director or a chief officer. But a specialist, is a whole separate. It works in the same industry, but it's a separate job. So you can't ask something that an HR analyst would know to a safety manager. And according to a journal entry titled HR Manager is one of the most promising careers on shrm.org, written by Roy Maurer, while HR Manager was listed the highest among HR professional roles in the rankings, HR Specialist, which was 44th, including talent acquisition and management roles, was not far behind, followed by the specialists, working in training and development, which was in 134th place, labor relations in 167th place, and then finally compensation and benefits in 248th place. And these are the top HR positions in careers. So, what this all means to me. Now, growing up, I've always been a pretty friendly person. It's always been in my nature to automatically want to be nice to people and befriend others. And I'm already a part of the restaurant and hospitality industry. So it would only make sense for me to stay within that realm of work and take care of others professionally and get paid for it as well. Not like on a friendship basis, but on a coworker basis. I like caring. I like caring for plants, people, animals. So again, it only makes sense for me to be in human resources. I think I would be able to make the company thrive as long as everybody's happy and having fun. We would be able to make more money than anyone. And again, making more money for the same type of work in another position at another location. So from a server to an HR representative, you are going to make a lot more money as an HR representative than you would as a server. And you're technically doing the same thing. HR representatives just have more paperwork. That's it. So the takeaway taken. According to a journal entry, the last journal entry titled Is HR the Most Stressful Career on livingtalent.com, which was written by Renee Maza. To many, the life of an HR representative sounds like it would be a pretty challenging one. And they're not wrong. It technically is, considering the fact that it is, like I said before, you saw Toby Flenderson's face, Toby Flenderson from The Office. According to, again, Renee Maza, there was a national perk box survey of over 16,000 people across 50 different cities across the whole country, with over 79% of the HR employees reporting unhealthy levels of job stress, as well as being primarily overtasked and undersupported at the same time. They get no help. That was clearly seen in the second slide with Toby Flenderson, and that's why everybody makes fun of him in The Office, because he's always sad, he's stressed. All this stuff, he has to make sure that everybody's okay and everybody's getting paid. It's stressful. But again, all you really need to get this job are just some basic social and leadership skills, and the rest will follow with hands-on experience over time. As you're learning and going through the roles, becoming an intern, whatsoever, YouTube videos and books will be your best friends. YouTube videos on certain topics within this position that you need, or books, read those, watch those, they'll be your best friends. I want to thank you all for coming so much. Thank you guys for giving me the time and taking the time out of your busy schedules to learn about the HR position. I know this might have been boring, but I really hope that I was able to change the way that you all see the HR position in a new light. Finally, here are my sources and my references. Thank you so much.